Although entering the center of the human realm is inevitable, it seems that special powers or seals may be required to step inside. After all, given the cautious nature of the Lord of the Central Human Realm, he should have anticipated this once we joined the Endless Flame Alliance. As the words were spoken, the Lord of the Icebound Abyss nodded and shook his head, clearly harboring deep apprehension towards the Lord of the Central Human Realm. That level of existence was undeniably a terrifying figure standing at the peak of this world. To enter the center of the human realm, one needs the artifact ranked 13th in the human realm, the sky-reaching lock. Otherwise, it would be impossible to break through the barriers of the center of the human realm or even locate its exact position. The master of the Star Track Pavilion nodded in agreement and then spoke, clearly revealing that these matters concerning the center of the human realm were classified secrets, known only to them. This artifact's whereabouts are elusive. Finding it will likely take some time and effort. Xiao Tianming and the others nodded in agreement. However, searching for an artifact was by no means an easy task. By the way, there's also the extraterritorial evil clan and their leader. I have a feeling that this time, they are allying with the center of the human realm, not just to weaken the angel kingdom and the center's power, but perhaps for an even greater scheme. The Holy King's gaze remained filled with suspicion, as if he was particularly worried about the Lord of the Central Human Realm and the leader of the extraterritorial realm. Even though his power had reached the peak of the demigod stage, he still couldn't easily shake the extraordinary status of the two, as their strength was simply too immense. Only by eliminating the hidden threat of the center of the human realm can we unite to face the extraterritorial evil clan. Otherwise, we'll be fighting on two fronts, and our situation will be dire. Xiao Yin and the others carefully analyzed the situation, gradually formulating strategies that would benefit the Endless Flame Alliance. The final confrontation against the center of the human realm and the Second Great War of Heaven and Earth was surely approaching. Boom! Lord, just now, outside the boundless fire domain, we encountered a mysterious presence in the void clouds. After we attacked, it left behind an object before disappearing. Please have a look. Suddenly, a frantic guard rushed through the main door, his expression hurried as if something major had occurred. The guard held a silver-white stone lock in his hand. At its center, the void seemed to swirl with an infinite power, as if connecting to some unknown place. This is the artifact to enter the center of the human realm? The sky-reaching lock? The master of the Star Track Pavilion spoke in unison, both surprised. Rest for a few days, and then we'll head to the center of the human realm. Everyone nodded. In an instant, the situation across the great thousand worlds grew increasingly tense. Countless people knew that with the fall of the Slaughter Angel, the Angel Kingdom's position would undoubtedly plummet. As for the center of the human realm, with the three great masters having left, it was likely to be a lone and fragile existence. Yet, the elusive lord of the central human realm was a source of unease. At this moment, in the tranquil netherworld realm, within the realm of the netherworld, dark matter filled the skies, and the aura of the undead surged upwards. Xiao Yuntian, resembling an elderly man on the brink of death, lay weakly at the edge of a coffin. His blood was churning, and even his divine bow trembled slightly. Having battled the leader of the extraterritorial realm's avatar in the Angel Kingdom and used the Annihilation God bow twice in quick succession, Xiao Yuntian had aged thousands of years in an instant, as if he were on the verge of the end of his life. Still too forced, Xiao Yuntian muttered, and suddenly, a dazzling light ripple spread across his body. His form began to crack, as if heading toward destruction. Russell, old fool, I never thought you'd end up like this. You who have thwarted my plans shall die without a doubt. Before long, an eerie voice echoed through the netherworld's void. Sensing the sinister tone, Xiao Yuntian's pupils widened in shock, his eyes darting around in disbelief. Impossible. The netherworld has long been sealed by me. Unless you're a quasi-god, no one should be able to break through my seal. Xiao Yuntian roared in confusion. I am a divine seat. How could you mortals possibly comprehend me? The chilling voice chuckled again, but no presence appeared. Are you the same mysterious figure who hunted down Yao Ji, tried to harm the Xiao clan, and secretly led the Slaughter Angel and the Lord of the Central Human Realm into conflict? Let me guess. The master of the ancient battlefield is you as well? Sensing this elusive, intangible figure, Xiao slowly rose, his life force fading and his astonishment gradually turning into madness. A self-inflicted injury trick? You certainly have some skill, but even someone as powerful as Xiao perished at my hands. The eerie voice chuckled, and immediately, boundless milky white flames began to appear across the realm. As soon as they manifested, they fell like shooting stars, carrying with them a power beyond Xiao comprehension. The moment the flames touched the ground, Xiao skin and soul trembled slightly. Is that so? Then I'll have to give it a try. Xiao suddenly stood up, and his overwhelming quasi-god power transformed into dazzling flames, turning the entire world into a sea of fire. Yet, even so, it was no match for the milky white flames. It seemed the power within those flames could easily shake his very soul. You truly are strong, being able to sense my presence. Today, I will end everything. Accept your judgment of death. As the voice spoke, all the energy in the world suddenly stilled. Then, 8 areas of space collapsed instantly, and from those spaces, 8 ancient and eternal figures began to appear, traveling from afar. Heavenly Source Supreme? Impossible. Looking at the eerie black shadows that gradually emerged from the void, one of which possessed quasi-god strength, Xiao was stunned when he clearly saw their faces. Is this the divine power of the sacred flame? Xiao howled again. You know too late. This world will eventually return to my hands. In the span of a moment, Xiao body and life completely vanished, as though he had never existed. Meanwhile, the eerie voice also weakened, clearly having paid a great price to eliminate Xiao. Russell, Xiao, even though you were exceptionally gifted and unmatched, in the end, you perished due to curiosity. Now, in this final battle, Dunz, who will emerge victorious? After everything was settled, the eerie voice slowly faded, clearly retreating to some unknown place. The Netherworld realm remained unchanged, except for the absence of the once dominant Patriarch of the Xiao clan. Time flew by, and before anyone knew it, over a month had passed since the battle in the Angel Kingdom. During this period, the situation in the Great Thousand Worlds had become utterly turbulent. The first to feel the pressure were the leaders of the factions who had secretly joined forces with the Central Human Realm and the Slaughter Angel in their siege of the Xiao clan. Fearing retaliation from the Endless Flame Alliance and the Xiao clan, they became uneasy, but the Xiao clan took a detached attitude and did not intervene directly. In matters of great importance, family grudges had to be put aside. Though they were the backbone of the Great Thousand Worlds, the Xiao clan's power was not to be desecrated. Meanwhile, other regions in the Great Thousand Worlds had experienced significant changes as well. First, the Angel Kingdom. With the fall of the Slaughter Angel, the Angel Kingdom had regained its former glory. The previous Angel Queen appeared to reveal the Slaughter Angel's crimes and, alongside the King of Fallen Angels, reformed the kingdom. They lifted the curse on the Knight's Order, and while the overall strength of the kingdom was not as formidable as when the Slaughter Angel reigned, the Angel Kingdom's members and angelic powers remained pillars against the Central Human Realm and the extraterritorial Evil Clan. Then, the Ghost Realm and Demon Realm, under the Endless Flame Alliance, were both heavily attacked by the extraterritorial Evil Clan. The two regions were filled with corpses, blood-soaked, and the very air was saturated with a bloody stench. The fierce battles were heart-wrenching. Oddly enough, the extraterritorial Evil Clan's army attacking the Ghost and Demon realms seemed to consist mostly of warriors whose strength was on par with the realms. Notably, there were no appearances by the likes of those at the 9th reincarnation stage, or higher-tier demigod-level experts. Instead, it was as if they had vanished entirely. Even so, the fear among the creatures of these two regions spread like wildfire, only to be quelled when the Endless Flame Alliance's reinforcements arrived. Elsewhere in the Great Thousand Worlds, there were signs of the extraterritorial Evil Clan's presence, indicating that the Second Great War of Heaven and Earth was drawing near. In the Boundless Fire Domain, within the endless altar. In the searing divine void, Xun'er and the other three women, the Sacred King, the Golden Dragon King, the Thunder Lord, and other high-ranking figures were gathered. Each face was filled with solemnity. Even though they had obtained the sky-reaching lock and could enter the central human realm, they did not act rashly. Instead, they had been gathering information about the central human realm during this time. This battle was critical, and they needed a flawless plan. Otherwise, if the central human realm joined forces with the extraterritorial evil clan, the danger would only escalate. I plan to use the power of the Divine Palace to thoroughly probe the central human realm. Xiao calmly surveyed the room before speaking softly. It seemed this was the best approach for now. With the transformation of the 9-layered Spirit Palace into the 10-layered Divine Palace, and the power of the Divine Realm Soul, Xiao was gradually touching the peak of this world, even reaching some sort of invisible restriction. This peculiar sensation was nothing like when he was on the Do-Chi continent, trying to break through to the Do-Di realm but lacking some essential energy source. It felt more like there was an elusive force within this world, restricting and suppressing their power's ascension and growth. At present, Xiao, with the Flame God's Cauldron, Demon Robe, Dual Divine Realm, and Demigod Stage, was likely invincible below the level of quasi-deity. The only ones he truly feared were the Lord of the Central Human Realm and the leader of the Extraterritorial Realm. "Alright, let's begin," Xiao said. The Holy King and Xiao Tianming exchanged a glance, both understanding Xiao concerns. While the Endless Flame Alliance was strong, they could not afford to deploy all their forces to attack the central human realm, especially when facing the extraterritorial evil clan. As soon as Xiao spoke, he closed his eyes slightly and sat cross-legged in the void. A strange fluctuation rippled through his mind, spreading out like ripples on water. It was a powerful soul force that, upon appearing, immediately began to expand. The invisible ripples surged rapidly, guiding Xiao thoughts and enveloping the entire sky, sweeping through it as if searching for something. After a long while, Xiao body subtly moved. A tremendous pressure slowly emanated from deep within his mind, and the images sensed through his soul were clearly projected before everyone. The group looked on in shock as the image before them initially showed a gray, hazy world. As Xiao soul power probed deeper, the scene gradually became clearer. In the gray world, there was a solitary island floating within a world of flames. The flames in this world raged with intense heat, so fierce that even a 9-layered reincarnation stage expert would struggle to resist. The island was about 100 feet wide, its surface pitch black, resembling a primal beast lying quietly in wait. The violent aura it released made one shudder. "This is the residence of the Lord of the Central Human Realm?" Xiao Tianming asked, his voice full of awe as he gazed at the island, which was filled with a chilling atmosphere. It seemed to emanate a terrifying, suffocating force. His gaze shifted, and he could vaguely see a vast plaza deep within the island. The plaza's ground was covered in black rock crystals, with dozens of white jade pillars arranged in a bizarre formation. Strange symbols, dizzying in their complexity, spread across these pillars. At the center of these jade pillars, countless chains engulfed in raging flames appeared, their ends bound to the soul of a person who looked incredibly pained. This weak soul's forehead flickered with an ethereal symbol. It was the Xiao clan's clan seal. "Second Elder, Xiao Bao?" The Holy King and Xiao Tianming exclaimed in unison, both shocked beyond words. "Second Elder, why?" The Darkness King seemed confused, then immediately asked, "You don't know?" Although Second Elder's strength was only at the quasi-ninth reincarnation stage back then, his mastery of battle arrays was unparalleled in the world, the Holy King said gravely. What was the Lord of the Central Human Realm planning? Bang, bang, bang. As Xiao soul power tried to probe further, a sinister shadow suddenly swept across the plaza. A jet-black hand reached out from the darkness, casually crushing the soul force Xiao had released. The dispersed soul force was destroyed, and Xiao suddenly opened his eyes, spitting out a mouthful of blood. Though he was unharmed, the strange black shadow left him shaken. "That figure doesn't seem to be the Lord of the Central Human Realm," Xiao said. almost instinctively. From the attack and behavior just now, it was clear that the person had a very different temperament from the Lord of the Central Human Realm. However, the power of that black shadow was at least at the demigod level, which left Xiao Yin deeply puzzled. The Central Human Realm. Now it seems to be a dangerous place, Xiao Yin said, his gaze growing heavy. It was well known that Xiao Yuntian and the leader of the extraterritorial realm were both quasi-deity level experts, having reached the dual divine realm. They were just a step away from becoming Do gods, yet after countless years of reincarnation, their strength had remained at the quasi-deity level. There had to be something hidden behind this. Now, though Xiao Yin had entered the dual divine realm, he was only at the demigod stage. The most critical issue is the unclear strength and identity of the Lord of the Central Human Realm, which has undoubtedly caused significant hindrances for the Endless Flame Alliance. The Central Human Realm must be dealt with, but we still need to guard against the extraterritorial evil clan. The Holy King was also lost in thought. Even he wasn't entirely confident. The Angel Kingdom might be a valuable ally. After a moment, Xun'er spoke softly, as if she had thought of something. Angel Kingdom? Let's first organize our forces. I will go to the Angel Kingdom, and upon my return, we will head to the Central Human Realm. After Xiao Yin spoke, he hurried off to the holy city of the Angel Kingdom. If they could gain the Angel Kingdom's support for this trip to the Central Human Realm, it would likely make the journey much easier. What's happening? Under the flame abyss rift of the Central Human Realm, on the isolated island in the center of the flame world, a dark shadow appeared faintly. Gazing at the illusory soul under the chains, he couldn't help but speak. You don't have much time left. A moment later, the place returned to its eerie stillness. Angel Kingdom, Holy City. Here, two angel queens and Xiao Yin stood tall. I've come for the battle in the Central Human Realm. After a brief exchange, Xiao Yin explained everything in detail. But as he looked at the newly appointed angel queen, Qingyuan, he was still a little shocked. Even though he had already known her identity, seeing her in person still left him in awe. The Angel Kingdom will spare no effort in assisting the Endless Flame Alliance. This time, I will go with you to the Central Human Realm. Qingyuan moved with grace, and then spoke calmly, her voice carrying an air of composure and subtle authority. After her seclusion, having inherited the legacy of the former Angel Queen, Qing Yin, along with the angelic scepter and the angelic holy soul, Qingyuan's strength skyrocketed to the peak of the 9th reincarnation stage. Even her soul power seemed to be on the verge of reaching the divine realm. In that case, there's no time to waste. We'll depart tomorrow. This is the core battle for our great 1,000 worlds. Xiao Yan's voice was filled with rare urgency. The Lord of the Central Human Realm wields a divine artifact and possesses a flame from the sacred flame. His strength has already reached a level of near perfection. Also, I vaguely remember that the sacred flame in his hand is the only one among all the sacred flames with a faint divine nature. After a moment of silence, Queen Qing Yan's long eyelashes fluttered as she seemed to recall something. A sacred flame with divine nature? What does divine nature mean? I'm not sure, but what I can say for certain is that it is a power beyond half-god and quasi-god, possibly something related to the battle god. Xiao Yin Gu, on behalf of the Angel Kingdom, I apologize to you. After Queen Qing Yin left the hall, Qingyuan pouted and looked at Xiao Yin with her large, watery eyes. Had it not been for the Slaughter Angel's stubbornness, the Xiao clan would never have ended up in such a tragic state. Now, as the Angel Queen, Qingyuan naturally felt some guilt about the events of the past. You little girl. Looking at Qingyuan, who was so thoughtful, Xiao Yin suddenly felt like he had returned to when they first met in the Do Emperor continent. He reached out his large hand and gently rubbed Qingyuan's forehead, showing a tender expression. Don't be silly. Qingyuan is now the queen of the Angel Kingdom. How could she go to the Central Human Realm with Xiao Yin based on personal feelings? Absurd. Utterly absurd. I must meet with the Angel Queen. As Qingyuan issued a series of orders, the entire Angel Kingdom erupted in commotion. Some of the more powerful angelic royals and knights began to roar in protest. With the fall of the Slaughter Angel, the strength of the Angel Kingdom had greatly diminished. The Angel Queen was the foundation of the kingdom. If she left now and something went wrong, the situation of the Angel Kingdom would only worsen. However, despite the loud protests within the Angel Kingdom, Qing Yuan calmly suppressed them. It was clear that her growth over the years had been remarkable. In the Endless Flame Alliance, these are the origins of your Xiao clan. In the courtyard of the Matriarch's mansion, the Holy King gathered with the members of the Xiao clan, explaining the little-known events from the First Great War of Heaven and Earth up to the present. During the First Great War of Heaven and Earth, the extraterritorial evil clan eyed the Great Thousand Worlds. Countless proud sons and daughters of Heaven fought desperately to defeat the extraterritorial evil clan. It was at that time that the powerful forces led by the Slaughter Angel and the Lord of the Central Human Realm, fearing the Xiao clan and the Dragon clan, secretly struck with venomous intent. The once mighty Xiao clan, the #1 race in the Great Thousand Worlds, and its countless vassal races, were completely wiped out. The Guardians scattered, and even the elite members of the clan suffered devastating losses. Now, the powerful members of the Xiao clan had returned to the world, but the grudges of the past would not be easily resolved. Of course, all of this would have to wait until the Second Great War of Heaven and Earth was fully concluded. In the headquarters of the Buddhist realm, within the stronghold of the extraterritorial evil clan, Master, the Endless Flame Alliance and the Angel Kingdom have reached an agreement. They will launch an attack on the Central Human Realm tomorrow. Within the Buddha statue cave, discordant voices echoed, clearly filled with extreme jubilation. The Lord of the Human Realm, that fool, has schemed for centuries. Does he really think that breaking through to the Battle God stage is so easy? Truly laughable. The voice of the leader of the extraterritorial realm was calm, as if he had expected this all along. Gather our clan's experts above the 8th reincarnation stage. Tomorrow, secretly follow the Endless Flame Alliance to the Central Human Realm. If necessary, lend them a helping hand. Understood. As the voice faded, the final battle of this world slowly began to take shape. Master! Master! A trembling voice emerged, breaking the silence. One of the evil steel on the altar just shattered. The Earth Protector has fallen. The voice belonged to the guardian responsible for watching over the evil steel in the extraterritorial evil clan. The steel recorded the life marks of all the clan's powerful members. If it shattered, it meant that their souls had dispersed. I know. You may leave. Looks like we need to make preparations earlier than expected. At this moment, the leader of the extraterritorial realm's suspicions grew even stronger. Brother Xiao, the time has come. We can set off now. In the depths of the Matriarch's mansion, Xun'er, dressed in full battle attire, smiled gently at the closed door before her. Clearly, she knew that Xiao had waited too long for this day, a day when he would restore the glory of the Xiao clan. Creak. The door slowly opened, and Xiao stepped out. After last night's adjustments, his combat power had reached its peak. As Xiao emerged, the atmosphere in the Matriarch's mansion grew calm. It felt as though the life and death of everything here rested entirely on his will. Yun, and I will be going with you. Seeing Xiao calm demeanor, Xun'er smiled widely and quickly spoke up. Let's go. Xiao had almost scolded Xun'er, but, seeing the determination on her face, could only cast a loving glance at Xun'er and Yun before raising his head to look toward the endless altar. With his divine realm soul, he could easily sense the powerful presence of numerous elites already waiting there. These were the finest warriors of the Endless Flame Alliance. Following the battles in the Netherworld and the Angel Kingdom, the strength of the Endless Flame Alliance had been rapidly growing. A moment later, Xiao, along with the two women, flew into the void and headed toward the main force. This mission is of great importance. Do you think? As the trio disappeared, two soft voices emerged from the mansion, looking at their departing figures. Our task is to guard the boundless fire domain. Kailin spoke in a relaxed manner. She knew Xiao character, and the battle at the demigod stage was clearly not something they could intervene in. Rather than worry unnecessarily, it was better to focus on their own duties. When Xiao and the two women arrived at the endless altar, countless shadowy figures filled the void. The immense power of reincarnation and the overwhelming battle intent rising from these powerful beings formed a mighty aura, giving off a vast and awe-inspiring feeling. Have we arrived? As the trio appeared, Xiao Tianming and the Golden Dragon King stepped out from the crowd, immediately moving toward Xiao Yin. Upon sensing the terrifying fluctuations from Xiao Yin, their eyes showed a mysterious expression. It seemed that, at this moment, even the Holy King and Xiao Tianming could not compare to him. His power had already reached a chilling level. What a grand scale! Looking at the assembled elite forces of the Endless Flame Alliance behind him, Xiao Yin couldn't help but click his tongue. This time, the Endless Flame Alliance will not put all their forces into action, but the battle at the central human realm is critical, and we must deploy the appropriate level of strength. For this war, Alliance Leader Xiao, Senior Xiao Tianming, Senior Golden Dragon King, and 2 of the former experts from the central human realm will lead several thousand powerful warriors above the reincarnation stage. Amidst the crowd, a woman, also dressed in military attire, slightly stepped forward. Her eyes were firm as she spoke up. However, no one noticed the faint, almost imperceptible aura emanating from her body, an aura that seemed to be directed at Xiao Yin. Yunqi? Hearing this melodious voice, Xiao Yin couldn't help but look up. Upon seeing the familiar figure, he was slightly taken aback. Her strength was barely at the reincarnation level, yet within the Endless Flame Alliance, her position was now so high. Yunqi and Yuan Yin, both of them are now the elite of the Endless Flame Alliance. Their mastery of soul power and formation skills, I doubt there are many within the entire Endless Flame Alliance who can match them, Yun said with a gentle smile, explaining the situation. I will pay special attention to the matter of the Netherworld Realm and the Buddhist Realm's extraterritorial headquarters. With me at the headquarters of the Endless Flame Alliance, you all can proceed without worry, she added. Before they left, the Holy King and others had completely dispelled Xiao Yan's concerns, even secretly providing Xiao Yin with the sacred flame essence from all the people within the boundless fire domain, ensuring they were fully prepared for the upcoming battle at the center of the human realm. Since that's the case, let's go, Xiao Yin said. Let's go. As soon as the command was given, a group of elite warriors, led by Xiao Yin, surged forward and directly stepped into the massive passage formed by the sky-reaching lock, heading towards the center of the human realm. At the moment when the Endless Flame Alliance's army set off, many powerful beings from the Angel Kingdom also began their journey. The convergence of these 2 great forces would make even the center of the human realm feel threatened. At this moment, countless fiery gazes from across the great 1,000 worlds watched closely as Xiao Yin and his group moved. The shadow of the great 1,000 worlds, at this moment, began to shake. This battle would not only resolve the Xiao clan's past grievances, but also completely alter the structure of the great 1,000 worlds. The center of the human realm stood deep within the vast human realm, the largest region in the great 1,000 worlds. This place had a hidden and mysterious geography. Even the former rulers of the center of the human realm, the lords of the icebound abyss, could not enter this place again without permission and a token from the center of the human realm. This was the mysterious and unique aspect of the center of the human realm. The location of the center of the human realm itself was like a riddle, with almost no one knowing its exact whereabouts. Fortunately, the sky-reaching lock, being a divine artifact born from the spiritual energy of the center of the human realm, allowed Xiao Yin to connect to this region using the artifact's power after activation. Whoosh! A fierce wind howled as energy surged. Suddenly, a brilliant crack appeared in the sky, and a massive army surged out, stepping into a strange new territory. This seems to be the heavenly Source Mountain range? After taking in the surroundings, the Lord of the Icebound Abyss spoke in a trembling voice. The true name of the Lord of the Center of the Human Realm is unknown, but the leader of the extraterritorial realm has always referred to him as Tian Yuanzi. And now, this heavenly Source Mountain range is where he resides. The master of the Star Track Pavilion spoke gravely. This mountain range was surrounded by countless ancient restrictions, and deep within the mountains, there were numerous blurry, vast battlefields and temples. The air was thick with the presence of various magical beasts and fierce creatures, making one's heart tremble in fear. Clearly, even though the center of the human realm had lost the rulers of the three ancient lands, its foundation remained unshaken. The key question was, what exactly was this mysterious Tian Yuanzi planning? Eradicating the extraterritorial evil clan? Ruling over the great thousand worlds and the extraterritorial evil clan? Becoming an eternal emperor? Or perhaps he was scheming for something greater, striving for the legendary title of Battle God? The Lord of the Center of the human realm seemed completely indifferent to the fate of the center, but what was he plotting in secret? Countless speculations filled the minds of the people, but it was clear that all these mysteries would be unraveled today. Split up. Search the mountain range from the foot. Leave no suspicious place unchecked. Converge at the divine temples, 100 meters within the depths of the mountains. Xiao Yin narrowed his eyes and gazed into the depths of the mountain range. For some reason, despite his current strength, the sight of the heavenly source mountain range still made him feel a wave of dizziness. Moreover, from his previous soul probe, he sensed that the second elder Xiao Bao was likely trapped on a solitary island in a fiery world, not in this mountain range. However, the shadow he had sensed back then still made Xiao Yin uneasy. There are many strange auras in this mountain range. Be careful, warned Angel Queen Qing Yuan, surrounded by several seraphim. Her voice carried a rare hint of confusion, as she had sensed the same unease Xiao Yin had. The next moment, as the powerful figures of the Endless Flame Alliance's two major factions moved apart, attempting to search the mountain range, the temperature within the mountains suddenly plummeted, and an incredibly chilling, icy aura rushed toward them. At the same time, a series of piercing sounds suddenly rang out from the depths of the mountain, as if calling forth something. Boom, boom, boom. Before anyone could fully react, a violent energy fluctuation surged from the sky above the divine palaces, crashing down like a massive tidal wave, mercilessly striking the elite forces under the command of the Endless Flame Alliance. Even though these warriors were individuals of considerable talent and power, they were still knocked to the ground by the strange energy, their bodies tumbling like leaves caught in a storm. It seemed that under the impact of this force, the power of reincarnation was utterly helpless. What is this power? Many figures were thrown to the ground, looking up and searching for the source of this bizarre energy, but they could not pinpoint its exact location. Boom! A strange sound rang out again, the impact hitting them directly in the heart, slowly eroding their will. What's happening? At this moment, King of the Golden Dragon and the others shifted their attention to the shattered allied forces in the rear. It was an invisible energy fluctuation that even Xiao Yin, with his spiritual perception, could not trace. Furthermore, the range of the energy was vast, seemingly covering the entire heavenly source mountain range. The first energy shock came too suddenly, leaving both sides of powerful experts in chaos. The second shock left everyone's hearts uneasy. The third shock made the very peak of the heavenly source mountain range appear as if a brilliant, blazing sun was slowly rising, its radiant light illuminating the entire mountain range, transforming the world into an eerie golden red hue. With the third shock, the ancient palaces standing quietly deep within the heavenly source mountain range began to stir, as if they were living beings. Terrifying and violent auras surged from the high skies above the mountain and from within the divine palaces. Could there be other ninth reincarnation stage experts, or even half-god powerhouses in the central human realm, aside from the three great strangelands? Sensing the increasingly violent energy, the king of the Golden Dragon and Xiao Tianming exclaimed in shock, confused. The power was too strange and mysterious. They couldn't intervene forcefully, so they could only voice their questions. Impossible. The main forces in the central human realm are those three great strangelands. Even though the central human realm is naturally suspicious, they wouldn't be able to gather so many elites. In response to the question, the master of the Star Track Pavilion and the others denied in unison. They had always maintained excellent disguises within the central human realm and were well aware of its foundation. All the energy sources come from that bizarre sun. Xiao Yin ignored the surrounding doubts and slowly looked up, his nine-colored flame rising slowly. The flame mantra's technique also began to operate silently, as if he had sensed a certain crazy fluctuation coming from the sun. Within that power, there seemed to be a fluctuation that Xiao was very familiar with. Was it the sacred flame? Boom! The sun in the sky shook again, and countless golden red energy ripples immediately solidified, falling like a torrential rain, ruthlessly striking down on everyone. Even from a great distance, everyone could clearly feel the terrifying power contained in the golden red energy ripples, and their faces immediately changed in shock. Angelic sanctuary. In the face of such a strange scene, the many angels around Xun'er began chanting an ancient and prolonged angelic whisper. Mirroring shields, as bright as mirrors, appeared one by one, shielding everyone. Where the golden red flames rippled, the entire heavenly source mountain range trembled. Even the ancient stone paths within the mountains were covered with countless fine cracks. This energy attack was fierce beyond imagination. There's someone in that sun. Just as everyone was momentarily protected, someone suddenly spoke. With the appearance of the fourth energy shock, the golden red sun in the sky became blindingly bright. Its searing heat deeply pierced the skin, flesh, and even the souls of all the powerful beings present. Despite this, it seemed as though a black within the sun was rapidly expanding. The black dot carried the sun down from the boundless sky, rapidly descending toward Xiao and the others. At that moment, it was as if a ruler who controlled life and death was descending from the heavens, attempting to punish and judge Xiao and the others. The black dot brought the dazzling sun down, its terrifying might shaking the heavens and earth, causing everyone to tremble. In the vast great thousand worlds, it seems that only the sacred flame ranked 6th still retains a faint trace of divinity. Even the second sacred flame, as powerful as it is, possesses no divinity. The term divinity not only signifies the supreme authority of a battle god, but also represents invincibility. Just a moment ago, everything here was calm, yet within mere moments, the situation has turned unbearably tense. The golden red blazing sun shines with unmatched brilliance. When it falls, it's as massive as a moving volcano. The terrifying sight and the endless scorching divine might are enough to make any powerhouse faint from the sheer pressure. This flame will cause great harm to both of us. We cannot take it head-on. Looking at the still motionless Xiao, Xun'er, Golden Dragon King, and Xiao Tianming all spoke at the same time. Xun'er's strength may be at the peak of the 9th reincarnation stage, but combined with the angel's holy soul, the angelic scepter, and the sacred flame of the angel clan, the latter's power is likely far beyond what any demigod could compare to.